Hi everyone, this is Jenny with Beacon Health and Fitness, and today we will be completing a 30-minute slow burn flow, and we will be visiting our postures, holding them a little bit longer than we sometimes do, and we'll be flowing through right side and left side, exploring the space that our bodies take, the form that our bodies take. So let's come into child's pose. Knees can be wide. Good. Reaching forward with your hands, finding that lovely stretch through your shoulders. Perhaps pressing your palms into the mat, maybe making starfish hands. Good. As you find length through your spine. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. Hold here, breathing, noticing your breath. Maybe not changing your breath at all. Or perhaps deepening your breath. Maybe beginning to take ujjayi breath. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out your nose. Engaging the back of your throat. You can begin to find a little movement in your child's pose if you like, perhaps rolling your forehead side to side before coming up into tabletop. So shoulders are directly over hips here, or shoulders are directly over wrists and hips are over the knees. As we begin to inhale, drawing the shoulder blades together. Good, lifting the chest, opening the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine, feeling that lengthening across the upper back. Good. Exhaling as you take your gaze to your belly. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, opening the heart, opening the chest, exhaling down, inhaling. If you'd like to add a little movement with your hips to this cat-cow, you can do so. It's whatever feels good for your body. We're going to walk our hands towards the top of the mat, pushing back towards puppy posture. Nice. Taking the left leg straight out from the body, or whatever feels good for you here. We're looking for that nice stretch through inner thigh. On that left side, the toes are facing forward. Outer edge of that left foot reaches towards the earth. Good. And again, finding length through the shoulders. Coming back up towards tabletop, keeping the leg extended. We're going to just draw the left leg back behind the body, taking it across to the right side, and then taking your gaze to the left foot that is now over your right shoulder. So you'll find a nice left side body stretch there. So now we'll extend that left leg wide again, dropping into a little bit of a push-up there, and then swinging that leg back, looking for that side body stretch. So left leg placed down, drop to little push-up, pushing high, moving that leg back behind the body, finding that little bit of twist over that right side. Good, little push-up there as we stretch through the hip. Good, and then little twist. Think 2 more times. We'll do this 5 times total. Dropping down, lifting, taking that leg behind. Nice for the little twist. 1 more. Dropping down, little bit of a push up there. Good. Lifting high. Good. Let's go ahead and lift that left leg behind us. We're going to curl the toes. Knee comes in towards the nose. And we're lifting high into 3-legged dog. So left leg is lifting high. Good. Hips are square. We're going to step forward with that left leg, dropping the right knee down to the mat. You can have a cushion or a little towel folded up, anything you need under that right knee, fold the mat. So we're just beginning to stretch into this runner's lunge here. The left knee, you can see, is over the ankle. Right knee is pushed behind. We're looking for that stretch into hip flexors on the right side. And I'm just taking little circles here. So just kind of working into that stretch, working into that left outer hip, into the hip flexors. Nice. And then lifting here, lifting the chest, lifting high, staying in that low lunge. Holding here, breathing. The hands can rest on that front thigh if you like. Good. So hold here, breathe. Nice. Then we're going to drop forward and we're just dropping the glutes back towards that right heel, lifting the toes on the left foot, dropping the chest towards the thigh on that left side. You can keep a bend in that left knee if needed, whatever your body is feeling now. Good. Holding that stretch for the hamstrings on the left side. And we're pushing forward again. We're going to come into a bit of a horizon lunge. So we're twisting towards the left side, reaching the left arm back, perhaps grabbing that foot behind, or just reaching towards the horizon. Maybe the right arm lifts overhead. Good. Maybe we don't pick up that back foot. That's perfectly fine. Nice. Coming forward. Good. Placing the hands down. Pick up that back knee. We're going to stretch the left leg to the sky. Coming into three-legged dog. Hips face the earth. Drop the left foot down. Nice. Now right leg lifts high. Three-legged dog. Hips face the earth. We're going to bring the right knee into the nose and hold here and breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Longer than 4, 3, 2, 1. The knee can be down and back or lifted. And then stretch that right leg high again. We're going to bring the knee back in as we step forward gently. And that foot can land wherever it does on the mat. And you can just walk it forward from that spot. So we're lifting into a high crescent lunge here. You can have the back knee drop down. That's perfectly fine if you like. If you'd like to take warrior one here instead of having that heel lifted, that's fine. So holding here, drawing the arms forward. I'm going to draw that left arm into a bow position as if we're pulling back a bow, as in a bow and arrow. Hold there, breathing, reach forward, and then we'll open that right arm wide. So looking for a twist now over that right side. Breathing there. Bringing the right arm forward, lifting the arms high again, holding here, inhale, and we'll exhale, reaching forward. So we're dropping into galloping horse. Good. So just think of that movement of just charging forward, strength as we hold in this posture. If you were in a warrior one for that bow sequence, you'll want to pick up the back heel for that galloping horse. Lifting high again and opening up. Right thigh pushes open. We're dropped into that right thigh as we find warrior two. Gazes over the front fingertips. Good. Feeling as if we're pulling the mat apart with our feet. Reaching forward. Finding peaceful warrior. So maybe that left arm, good, reaches down the back leg or circles behind the back. Right arm reaching high, good. Or you can rest it forward on front thigh, opening the shoulder, finding the spot that works for you. Coming back to warrior two, good. We'll drop down to extended side angle. You can rest the right elbow on the right thigh, reaching the left arm up overhead, right up next to the ear, looking for that long line from the outside of the left foot up through the fingertips on that left side. Maybe taking your gaze to the ceiling there. Back to warrior two. Good. We're going to walk the back foot in slightly, straightening that front leg. Nice. And we'll push the back hip out as if you're holding a baby on the hip, reaching forward and dropping down into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Holding there, breathing. Shoulders and hips are in alignment. So don't drop so far forward that your upper body is out, reaching forward ahead of your lower body within linear space. Good. Lifting back to the top of that. We're going to turn the feet facing forward now. Good. We're going to come into Skandasana. So you can let your feet begin to find a 45-degree angle there. The toes maybe are opened up a bit as you drop side to side. And you can leave this lifted or begin to drop a bit lower within that side to side movement. So just feeling that stretch of the inner thighs. Good. Dropping here. We're going to push to the left side. So you can hold that lifted bit, holding prayer hands, or drop that down, reaching with the left hand out in front of that left leg, maybe reaching the right arm high, perhaps taking that left hand to heart center, taking the gaze to the ceiling, breathing there. Good. And from here, we're going to find half moon pose. So you can bring a block around, take that left foot so it's pointing towards the top of the mat. Good. And within this posture, you're lifting to your half moon. Good. So opening the hip on that right side. Good. Maybe the left knee is dropped and you find your modified half moon there with the knee down. Good. You can use a block in this posture or a book. Good. Maybe having a block or a book at each end of your mat there. Nice. And just holding the half moon wherever it feels comfortable for you. Good. Taking your gaze can be right out in front of your block, or it can be forward or lifted to your upper hand. Good. Let your head hang heavy here. Find forward fold. And so from that modified half moon, just drop the knees down, curl the toes, and find forward fold there. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. And inhale slowly all the way to the top. Good. Pulling hands heart center me. Taking that little bit of a dive forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Finding plank. Good. Dropping through your chaturanga, your staff pose into whatever back bend feels good. Knees can be down. You can find cobra or sphinx or upward facing dog. Nice. And we're going to push back to child's pose. Holding here, breathing. Going back to the place where we started. Good. So taking what you need in this posture here, you can walk the hands long, tenting the hands, finding starfish hands, finding that length through the spine, or you can just relax into the posture. We'll come back to tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Good. And just begin to find that movement within cat-cow here. So pushing the mat away, good. And then rounding the spine with that push away, and then think of pushing the chest through the hands as you lift to cow pose. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Imagine pushing the mat away. Good. Walk hands towards the top of the mat. Drop back towards puppy posture. Hips are lifted. Extending right leg out to the side. Toes face forward. Outer edge of the foot. Reaching towards the earth. Good. And breathing there. Holding that posture. Stretching through inner thigh on that right side, outer hip, left side, good. Right leg now, we're coming back towards tabletop and it's going to cross behind. So take that right leg, stretching it back across the left foot, taking the gaze over the left shoulder so you have a nice right side body stretch. Nice, and then we'll bring that leg back to the side as we drop forward, finding that little bit of push-up. Good, and then circling the leg behind, finding the side body stretch, coming forward. Here's number 2, little push-up. Good, leg comes behind. Nice, draws forward, drop little push-up. Good, keeping the elbows next to the chest. Good. Find that side body stretch, leg stretch behind, to the side, dropping low. Should be one more here. Leg stretches behind. Good. Comes forward, drops low. Nice, lifting high. Go ahead, stretch that right leg behind, bend the knee, curl the toes on left side. Push up to three-legged dog. Good, hips face the earth. We're going to bring the right leg forward, stepping through, dropping back knee to the mat. Remember, you can use a little cushioning under that left knee if you like. And right now, our hands are inside that right foot, and we're just finding a little bit of movement within this runner's lunge. So just tiny little circles. You can take that in one direction and then the other. Then we'll begin to lift high. So you can place your hands on that front thigh, lifting the chest, or go ahead and lift to the arms. Hold there, breathing, opening that hip on left side, and then dropping back. So we're dropping into stretch for the front, the right hamstrings, pulling the toes up on that right side. Good. Chest is dropping towards the right thigh. Breathing there. Nice. Dropping forward again. Good, and we'll find that horizon lunge. So right hand reaches, maybe finding the back foot, maybe not. Good. Left arm can reach overhead. Or you can just hold that twist. So you could just stretch the right hand back behind you, left arm reaching out in front, like that. Good. And then swinging the arms forward. Find their place on the mat, maybe framing front foot, pick up the back knee, lift that right leg high, right leg drops down, left leg lifts high. Nice. Knee is going to come to the nose, and we're going to hold there and breathe. You can drop the knee if you like on the right side, but left knee comes forward, and we hold that high core plank. Good. Hold 3, 2, 1. Push that high. Good. Now the knee's going to come towards the nose. We're going to step through. Lifting high, crescent lunge. Good. Back knee can be dropped here still if you like. Hold here, breathing. Good. Hips are facing forward. So think of that right hip, pushing it forward just a bit. Belly button squeeze towards the spine. Good. Pulling that right arm back like we're pulling a bow back. Good. Preparing to shoot the arrow. Nice. Holding there. Breathing into that posture. Notice how your body feels. Good. And then arm comes forward and left arm opens wide. Finding that bit of twist. Hold there, breathing. Arms come forward, sweeping high. Inhale there. Exhale, reaching forward, finding that galloping horse. Good. So finding strength through the legs. Good. Through the upper body. Nice strong core here. Inhale, lift high. Nice, open to warrior two. So left thigh pushes open. Right thigh scissors away. Hold there, breathing. Gazes over the front fingertips. Reach forward. Dropping back, peaceful warrior. Good. Right arm can reach down the back leg. Good. Warrior two. Good. Extended side ankle so you can rest the left arm on the left thigh. Right arm comes right up next to the ear. So maybe taking your gaze to the ceiling, trying to open the chest here a bit. Good. Maybe you're reaching that left hand, arm down inside the left leg. Looking for that long stretch from outer right foot up through the fingertips. Back to warrior two. Walk the back foot in, straightening front leg, push the back hip out. Reaching forward, dropping into extended or into triangle, Trikonasana pose. Breathing here, shoulders and hips are on the same plane in alignment. Breathing here. Don't let your chest push forward. Good. Away from your hips. If that's happening, just lift up a little bit within that stretch. So coming back up, we're going to face forward again. Find that side to side Skandasana movement. And you can take that as, keep it as lifted or take it as low as you like. So maybe dropping a little lower, maybe hands are heart center, maybe they're resting on your waist or on your thighs. Dropping side to side. Good. So we'll stay over that right side. Right hand plants in front. Left arm reaches high, maybe picking up the toes on that left side. Perhaps right hand comes heart center. Finding a little bit of balancing posture within that pose. And dropping down. And again, we'll find our half moon. So maybe it's modified. Maybe your knee is down. And you're going to find that lift there through the left side. Or maybe you're planting your right foot, right toes facing towards the top of the mat. And then opening the left hip. Good. And perhaps your gaze is down. Some days are harder than others to balance. Don't we know that? Anyway, to find balance, maybe your gaze is down at your block or the mat. Maybe it's lifted. Good. Then dropping down into that standing forward fold, however you'd like to get there. Inhale, left halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, slowly lift to the top. Good. Pulling hands, heart center. Good. Diving forward again. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Good. Finding plank, slowly dropping down to the mat. Elbows stay next to the body. Good. Perhaps lifting here to Sphinx pose. So forearms are planted on the mat. We have a gentle back bend. And just finding movement within your Sphinx posture. Maybe rolling the head side to side gently. Taking little half moons. Maybe taking your gaze over right shoulder and left. It's moving organically, what feels good for your body in this moment. And from here, we'll just plant the hands under the shoulders. Push back again to wide knees for child's pose. Big toes together. Knees are wide. Good. Resting the forehead on the mat. As the glutes reach for the heels. Again, lengthening through the spine. Maybe finding movement within that posture. Rolling the head side to side. Finding a bit of peace and gratitude within the posture at this time. So we're finding a seated position here. Coming forward. We're just going to roll down to the mat. Knees are pulled into the chest, rocking side to side there. Good. And let the knees fall to the right side. Left arm opens. Taking the gaze past the left fingertips. And breathe in there. And knees can come back through middle. Dropping to the left side. Right arm reaches, our gaze is past right fingertips. Good. Bring your knees back into middle, rock side to side there. Maybe finding the outside edges of your feet. And you don't have to reach that high. You can just hold your knees into your chest and rock side to side here. If you're not feeling happy baby, just whatever your body needs. And stretching the feet long to the corners of the mat, coming into Shavasana, letting the arms hang heavy, relaxing the jaw. Feeling the body melt into the mat. The air that travels across the Pacific Ocean before it reaches land has a special aliveness and sweetness to it. Breathing it feels like drinking the purest water. Walking in the early morning, I find a stillness that can be felt the way Pacific Ocean air can be breathed. Most days, this stillness is the first thing I bring my conscious attention to. In the quiet darkness, I listen to it the way you listen to a breeze moving through spring leaves, breathing it in with my whole body. The balancing of my inner body and my outer body is arrived at effortlessly. The stillness of the seat I've taken vanishes into the stillness of the morning. Rolf Gates. I hope you find stillness in this moment. in your day. Find some semblance of calm and peace. Or maybe beginning to move the body now. Rotating wrists and ankles. Turning to one side or the other. Finding fetal position, resting your head on your arm. When you're ready, you can find your way to a seated position. You can also stay in fetal position or in Shavasana, whatever your body needs today. Thank you for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you always. Namaste. Namaste. Have a beautiful, blessed day.